Hello, everyone, my friends. The Olympic spirit is in the air for many of us in medical affairs across pharma, biotech, devices, and diagnostics. The event started, Medical Affairs Innovation Olympics started on September 15th and is going to go on until October 23rd. Wanted to jump on this live today to call on many of you to register as competitors. The registration is completed, it has ended for attendees, for spectators. But if you have some ideas, a proposal, a position statement, a hypothesis, with or without results, you still have time. Only 2 days to go, my friends, my colleagues. Those of you who are passionate about advancing medical affairs, our medical division. As you know, the medical affairs is a non-promotional function in which we share information, share medical and scientific information in order to advance the uses of various treatments, next generation treatments for many patients across various disease states. As far as I remember, I've always worked in this non-promotional division, yet I was always finding ways to promote some events, right? I always was excited by promoting new resources that we would create or events, because I found a lot of value in meeting some of the leading scientists, cutting edge scientists in the world at scientific conferences, at events. And so this is what we're creating here at this Olympic event. It's an event in which we get to network with each other, but not only we're focusing on accelerating and building on each other's ideas, and we're changing the norms of our communication by sharing this information across different companies. As we start with competition, we continue with collaboration, and we end with innovation that you will own 100% intellectual property, and you'll take back to your organization. You'll edit your ideas. You have a tremendous global all-star industry expert panel of judges who want some of the more innovative, some of the best ideas from medical. Okay, so they're eagerly awaiting for more competitors, my friends. We have gotten submissions from Takeda, from Astellas, from Roche, from other companies such as AvoMD, other independent entrepreneurs, startups such as Discreetly, for example, a new company that we'll be hearing more about. So I think that there are many reasons for you to be first-time Olympians, my friends. What else do I want to share with you today, as now we have just a couple of days remaining? I want to preview our app, all right, a forum in which people are exchanging a lot of new resources. They're making connections every day. We're approaching about 100 attendees right now, but this event is going to be growing every year. I can assure you, my friends, because Amadea Pharma is a company that wants to help life science organizations generate innovation, healthcare quality, and continuity. So we're opening the doors to many of our competitors as well, other solution providers, other vendors in pharma who are creating new technologies, new platforms. And so we may be competitors, but we want to help learn from each other. So you have tremendous opportunity to connect one-on-one, as well as to showcase your company, your product. Have a hyperlinked banner available for over a month. Schedule a demo, a product presentation, or a panel discussion, as some of my colleagues are going to be doing. And so, starting out, this is not easy, particularly planning an event of this caliber, where we have 4 events: in evidence generation, scientific communication, field medical science liaisons or MSLs, as well as operations. Okay, and so it's not easy to to be the first to have the first event of its kind, right? It's a challenge, and so many of you have responded to the challenge. Many courageous leaders out there, expert judges, competitors, who who decided to participate. However, when we think about sponsoring innovation, right, this event has been in the plans for about a month, for months, for almost a year. And so, what is the value of a virtual meeting and of sponsoring an innovative event such as this one? Well, as you know, it's a lot of how we interact virtually depends on our approach, our own initiative, right? But also, you know, innovation in an event, first event of its kind, when it offers you a diverse um, uh, global community and forum of peers, of colleagues, of executives, who will be sharing their feedback, who are incentivized to compete, to evaluate each other, right? Every single relationship in business has tremendous value, right? And so you by becoming a competitor or a sponsor, you are magnifying your message, in a new and exciting format, which is not just a regular type of scientific conference or a virtual event or live event, but it's a fun event with Olympic spirit, that one that will be memorable in many people's minds. Many of your business associates, potential clients, collaborators, partners. And so I think because of the unique format here, the caliber of the experts that we have gathered together here globally, the variety, I think I think that there's a huge business opportunity for many of you sponsors as well, who are thinking about, well, should I not, uh, really invest my time and resources in this first time event? Well, this is a long term investment into innovation that Amadea Pharma is making, and so you can count on the fact that these conversations will continue. How will they continue? Well, we'll have podcasts, we'll have articles for the winners, for select judges who want to participate at the end of the month, who will be featured at MAPS, Medical Affairs Professional Society's Innovate article, which has thousands of readers and thousands of members across the globe. It's Elevate Medical Affairs podcast as well, global podcast, which I encourage many of you to subscribe to. Other surprises as well: Amadea Pharma's blog articles and podcast, my podcast called All Out Coach, where for the last 4 years, I've been interviewing executives in pharma and beyond, organizational change experts who are regular editors and contributors to Forbes, Nature, and other leaders in tech, in technology, in various different fields. And so you're going to build your message, you're going to scale your message tremendously by participating as a competitor or as a sponsor. We have lots of attendees already, active spectators who are continuing to share, and who will be having the opportunity to vote as well, to vote for their preferred ideas and winners as well. I'm going to pull the deadline up here. Again, deadline to submit ideas is September 22nd. The meeting is already live. Just to give you a little bit of insights and just a glimpse into the opening ceremony. We had an Olympian, a double Olympian swimmer, a champion, a world championship medalist, as well as a Commonwealth Games record holder in breaststroke and medalist there, Chris Cook, and Sharon Hannon, who is an Olympic gold medal winning coach of Sally Pearson, and she coaches other head coaches, including a new emerging athlete, Liz Clay from Australia. So she's a winning coach, and we in medical affairs in pharma gave both Chris Cook and Sharon Hannon the honor of declaring the Olympic Games open. We have all the videos, the sessions, and so they will be also available exclusively after the event. And so I'll let you know the details of how you will be able to access the event if you hadn't attended the meeting. And so other highlights from the opening ceremony, we had Robin Wintersperry, the co-founder of the MAPS organization, Dave Giles, a commercial franchise leader, a pharmaceutical executive of over 30 years, global vice president of commercial operations, global commercial operations, VP at Shire, other companies at Mallinckrodt, AstraZeneca. He's an advisor of Amadea Pharma. And so he talked about innovation, some of the nuances, some of the challenges of why innovation is not always supported, and why it's time today to be more innovative than ever in medical affairs. Eleanor Angelidis, who is an executive at Amazon. She worked at Sears, McKinsey. She worked at Amazon for 13 years, was its first global director of diversity. And she spoke about how to be different and to work in diverse teams and dynamic times, and to differentiate yourself, to negotiate your ideas. So she's a negotiation expert and innovation consultant. So she shared some amazing tips and resources that as well that are now exclusive to those who are attending this meeting. And we had a panel of very diverse panel of an academic cardiologist, a keynote speaker, as well as a musician, a software developer, an entrepreneur, Dr. Warren Wexelman. He's very well known across the industry in cardiology as well at NYU Langone. So we had a physician's perspective on health technology, on health information, continuity of healthcare, as well as Dave Giles, Leon Rosen, a physician executive in pharma of 30 years, who's currently a country medical director at Ipsen. And he opened the panel and spoke with Meta Durberg as well, who to round out the panel of four. Meta Durberg is the CEO of MyMe.com, a digital health expert. She's a patient as well, and she has created an app that has clinically validated data from Mount Sinai, New York, for patients to fight autoimmune diseases, a range of different autoimmune diseases. That her digital health app has been tremendous and has demonstrated clinical evidence of benefit as well. And so we had a patient perspective, a pharma medical affairs perspective, a commercial perspective from Dave Giles again, as well as a physician's perspective. So that panel was absolutely amazing as well. It was full of very passionate, candid insights. And so we opened the Olympics in that fashion, mixing and combining sportsmanship with scientific thinking. And now the conversations are just heating up. Competition is heating up right now as we speak, my friends. So let me show you a little bit of the app real quick, what you can expect when you register as competitors over the next 2 days. And we have several different competitors already confirming that they'll be joining the Olympic spirit that we've created here. So these are the sessions. Okay, you can look at the sessions, of course, in this Whova app. The ideas. Here are the ideas. So once you get inside of the competition, you can just browse through these submissions
Doctors are expected to be experts on medications. In 2020 alone, there were over 50 new drugs introduced to the market. As the complexity of these life-saving medications continue to increase, healthcare providers aren't able to easily access the right data.
So this is just an example of one submission here from Vinay Terrell, and it has an animation explainer video. So you can present your idea in any different way you like. You can arrange a session as well to engage attendees as well as judges. You can post a PDF. You can chat, and so our judges are going to start responding and engaging with the competitors here as well. So if we go back here to the list of ideas, you see ones presented from Roche, Infronesis as well, on bringing medical coverage to the 21st century with InVision. It's the title of that idea, for example. And so it's very interactive, very intuitive to engage. We have a community of topics here, right? Articles, lots of articles being shared. A lot of the guest speakers who are continuing to answer questions in the Q&A. And now sponsors. I spoke about the sponsors. So if you become a sponsor, for example, all right, so you get a dedicated showcase page where you can have a link, a link to your company. So for example, MAPS, Medical Affairs Professional Society. You go, you click on this on the website, and it takes you to your company. You can schedule a session, a promo, a demo. For example, Amadea Pharma, my company, I'm scheduling one for September 27th. So if I go over to my page, that live stream will be available on the 27th. A lot of feedback here. You can provide handouts as well. So this is a handout here on the bottom. And there are 3 different ways you can become a sponsor as well. The gold medal sponsorship level includes both a showcase page as well as a banner that you can click for over a month, video plus a video or live session. The silver medal sponsorship includes just the showcase page and a video session, not the banner. And the bronze medal sponsorship includes just the sponsor showcase page with all the materials, your links, your handouts, and a banner that's hyperlinked, available to everyone for over a month. Okay, so I'm promoting this Olympic spirit and providing you with some of my rationale for why I believe that you have to consider joining this exclusive community that will be memorable. And so the kinds of business relationships, the networking that you'll have here will stay on, okay? And it'll be continued, it'll be encouraged, supported throughout the year and throughout the years ahead by Amadea Pharma, by my company, an analytics and management consulting agency that helps life science organizations improve their performance and engagement by combining sportsmanship with scientific thinking. The 3 strategies that I have are to change norms of communication, right? How we provide feedback, how we share ideas across companies, social media communications policies, insights, how we share insights, for example, how we define sentiment analysis, right? Changing norms of communication. Culture, right? You start with a culture, right? The culture of communication, okay? You have to quantify culture somehow, measure it over time, right? Culture is character times behavior, not plus behavior, right? Can also be simplified as the worst behavior you're willing to tolerate, for example. But that is changing, right? The definitions of the best and the worst behaviors. Second, designing metrics that inspire future behaviors rather than past activities alone, right? One of the reasons why I'm a fan of competition and Olympics is not just because of the Olympic spirit, which is unmistakable, right? Which is where the sportsmanship is at its greatest, at the same time as competition is also most intense. But also because I I do not ever do not ever try to find out the results before I watch the competition, even if they take place 2 weeks before, because it's not from the results that we learn our lessons and how to innovate, but it's from observing how competitors react to conflict, to tension, how they change direction in adversity to overcome it. Right, that's what teaches us the lessons. Right, it's the metrics, it's how we design those metrics that inspire future behaviors. And so that's the second strategy that I use through my medical productivity index that I've been speaking about across the globe and writing about. Okay, and the metrics playbooks, communication playbooks. When do we communicate performance metrics? All right, because ultimately they allow us to change the distribution of accountability, right? To distribute accountability more evenly. If the metrics are or the contests that we create are ones in which other participants will want to participate, not have to, right? And the amount of effort that they will dedicate because they believe in those contests, those metrics, that they're relevant to them, right? And then third, of course, is building a learning and development community. That's the third strategy. So it starts with the culture of communication, right? Culture, how we communicate and collaborate, metrics, performance metrics. And then third, it's a learning and development community, right? That's what really allows us to take take our lessons from not what we preach, but from what we play. So we end up practicing what we play hands-on. When we compete, those are the shared experiences, the anticipation, that hope that we have with other competitors or colleagues in full sportsmanship that we remember. We're most likely to remember and apply and learn. And so the third strategy is building a learning and development community, which we're going to be doing in a very exclusive forum through an Olympic spirit as well here, my friends. So I am absolutely excited about the event. The excitement continues for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and it's going to culminate in a series of live stream debates. We need more ideas in health economics, outcomes research, real world evidence, as well as operations and tech, med tech. We have lots of great submissions, but we need more. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with just these questions here. If you have been thinking about something you want to improve, if you're passionate about medical affairs, whether or not you work in medical affairs, supported as a consultant, as a contractor, now's the time to consider becoming a first-time Olympian, my friends. All right. And I'm going to close with, again, a glimpse and a sound bite from the opening ceremonies, the opening ceremony that took place, with some music for you. So share your comments. I'm going to share the link to how you can register as a competitor. And you can contact me if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to sponsor innovation. I'm happy to promote this event. And also, I'm absolutely sure and confident that medical affairs is a non-promotional function, yet it needs to promote its activity, its innovation, and its contributions to healthcare quality and continuity. And what better way to do that than in this setting, in this Olympic setting, this fall, September?